Hello, welcome to another video. Not sure what the title of these videos should be, and my Instagram keeps asking me to make it a series. I'd love to make it a series, Instagram. I am clearly very talented at making videos and talking about inspiring things, but I don't have a title for it, and so my name rhymes with nothing. Like, I don't know, if your name is Hannah, it rhymes with banana, so you could make it a show, and Cassidy rhymes with nothing. So, I don't know what the point of this conversation was, but I'm upgrading this YouTube video IGTV channel with adding a coffee mug of cold coffee that I won't drink during this. It's just when I watch other people's videos, they look classy with a coffee cup in their hand. But now I'm going to put it down because I use my hands too much to talk. And honestly, it's just not me. Just wanted to try it out. Just wanted to see how it went. So, welcome back to whatever this is going to be called one day in the future. I have really been enjoying recording these videos. I have no idea who actually watches them. They're full length. I get more comments on the mistakes I make in these videos than the actual content. But that's okay, because I have faith that those mistakes are somehow rewiring your brain to remember the content that I'm trying to teach you and the things that I want you to believe about yourself. So I'm just going to keep messing up. I got several messages last week. Last week was rough, man, like snot flying out of my nose. I literally forgot to breathe at one of the most important parts of the speech, and just a million things kind of went wrong. But what I got out of that was a lot of messages about how you guys love that I'm being raw, and I don't know how to edit, so that wouldn't help me anyways, but also I just don't really want to spend the time on it. I heard a quote, I don't remember it, about authenticity and just showing that you're human. That's what it was. That was the quote. Showing that you're human. And so many times we see celebrities and people like this and we're just like, we don't get the glimpse into them being a human. And me being a human means snot flies out of my mouth and I spit on people like a majority of my day as an instructor. Like, I spit. So that went too far. I told you too much, but it's okay. Let's get into today's topic. So we're going to talk about today what serves you. The hands, they're up, they're ready. What serves you? So to identify what serves us, we have to first figure out what doesn't serve us. So I looked up the definition. I do about 5 minutes of research for these videos, and then the rest just flows out of my heart. So when I call it a speech, it's a very loose speech. The definition of what no longer serves you is something that no longer helps you move forward in the direction you currently want to go. So I came up with a couple things that I believe are things that do not serve you. So if you're taking notes, because someone out there is taking notes because you're my #1 fan, if you're taking notes on your pen, take the pen on the paper and write things that do not serve me. First, limiting beliefs. Several limiting beliefs all across the board. If you don't know what a limiting belief is, it is putting a cap on your potential. So the easiest one that I can think of is up until I ran my 10K, which is 6 miles, I only believed that I could run 5. And then when I ran 6, the cap was lifted and I could run 1,000,000 trillion miles. But I had to prove to myself that I could do it before that. So I had this limiting belief that I was only able to run 5 miles. God had only blessed me with 5 miles until I conquered that. And there's limiting beliefs over pretty much anything and everything in this lifetime. Limiting beliefs about money. Oh, I can only make this certain salary. That's what I'm worth. Not true. Let's see. I can't start a business because I don't have X, Y, and Z. I can't write a book because I don't know how to spell. Limiting beliefs. They are not serving you. They are not something that is going to help you. And so, why use them? Someone's calling me. Now, next thing, toxic people. Toxic people are people in your life who do not serve a purpose. Why? They're toxic. And I'm sure you're thinking of someone specific right now and you might love them to death. They might be your very best friend. They might be your father. I don't know. But if they aren't serving you and helping you chase and achieve your dream, then unfortunately, we can't hang out with them as much. We can't have them a part of our lives. Not, cutting that out entirely is totally up to you. But for me, like, cutting toxic people out has allowed me permission to give myself permission to do the things I want in my life. Toxic social media. This goes right along with toxic people. We follow people on social media, and the last one is comparison. All these kind of go together. We follow people on social media who don't actually serve us, meaning we compare ourselves to them. We are getting negative feelings when we look at their social media, and we wonder, why can't I have their life? And those are toxic social media people, and you have the power to do one thing: unfollow them. And there's even like another amazing thing you can do if you don't want them to know that you unfollowed them. Maybe they're like your BFFFF. You can actually mute them so you don't see their things. And if you want more info on how you mute someone, slide in my DMs. But I personally have muted, unfollowed certain people on my social media that I was not being served by. And it's nothing against them. It's just, listen, maybe I was comparing my body image to their body image. And I don't want that. I don't want those thoughts in my head. And it only happened when I saw this certain person. Okay, cut that person out and it won't happen again, right? So that leads into the last one, which is comparison. I would say right now, comparison is huge on social media, and that's where we compare ourselves most. But we also compare ourselves on an everyday basis, right? So I was recently asked to be a part of a photo shoot, and there's several other girls that are being a part of it. And what was my first reaction? Oh gosh, Cassidy, look at this hair. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. You don't even know how to do eyeliner, okay? Sasha knows how to do eyeliner. She can do it a winged. Okay, I started comparing myself when at the end of the day, like, they wouldn't have asked me if they didn't want this hair and the non-eyeliner eyes, right? Like, stop it. I caught myself and I was like, whoa, those women are beautiful and they were chosen for a reason to be a part of this event thing we're doing. But I was also chosen for a reason. Acknowledge that. Don't acknowledge comparing yourself to the other people that were invited to the party. Just sit down and enjoy yourself. Get yourself a drink, chill out, hang out. I don't know, okay? So those are the things that do not serve us. Limiting beliefs, toxic people, toxic social media, and comparison. Now there's a million other things I could add to this list, but for the sake of this video, I only chose 4, and I really wanted them to kind of intertwine. Now, dun, 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 what serves you? It depends on kind of where you're going, and I kind of came up with this image. I'm an analogy girl, so I imagine a map, and like not the map on our phone, like an old-fashioned map. Okay, I'm a millennial, so it's like something we'd probably use in an Instagram post to make it look cool, that kind of a map. And I'm going on a road trip, and I have my destinations, my major spots, right? Like I have, I don't know, bear with me, SeaWorld and Disney World and all these things, and I'm going to stop here and I'm going to do this and this, and my goal is to get to that destination. But essentially the map, it goes all over the place, right? I don't get to one destination. I'm like, done for the rest of my life, gonna take a nap, call me later. Like, I continue on to the next destination after I've accomplished one thing or gone to one place. So if you hit that one destination in your life, you end up going towards the next destination if you're doing this right. And the things in your life that serve you are the things that are going to help you toward that destination, towards that goal, towards that dream, whatever you want to call it. So if the map example was just literally didn't serve you, I'm going to choose something else. Running. Running is a really good example. So when you run, you usually start out, if you're going to do races, with a 5K. It's a small 3 point something miles, and you do the 5K. That's your first destination. Then you work your way up to a 10K. That's what I did last year. My destination after the 10K was like, what do I want to do with this? Do I want to continue my running journey, put the effort in, or do I want to just stop here and say that's where I went? Well, I decided to do a half marathon this year. It's in April. And so my next destination is the half marathon. Now, deciding after the half marathon where I'm going to go, marathon, another half, what I'm going to do, is me building that map, right? So the things that serve me to get to all these different destinations on my roadmap is, are consistent running. I need to be running 2 to 3 times a week. Long runs, short runs focusing on speed. What serves me? Talking with other runners. I had a good friend who just ran a half marathon, and I asked her what she did, and she offered to do a phone call with me and help me run more efficiently. I tell people, and if I find out they're a runner, I ask them questions. What else serves me? Following other runners, following runners who have achieved great things that I could see myself achieving. Diet, water intake, all of these things, down to getting new shoes to fit your feet. Like, those are things that serve me, that are going to get me to my destination and then even further. So you have to look at things like that, and it depends on your goal and your dream. So if you're going to be an author and you're going to write a book, that's going to be different than the things that serve me when I'm running. If you are starting a business, it's going to be different than the things that serve me when I'm running. So you get the idea. You have to lay out your map, and you have to decide, like, how is this going to help me, and how can I get to that destination and continue pushing myself further after that destination is over with. So the last thing I want to leave you with is a quote that I found that I think perfectly sums this up. Because when you ask yourself what serves you, and ultimately it is a hard question, you really have to do the inner work and dive deep. And if you're not willing to do that, then it's going to be a little bit hard to decide and decipher what serves you. So I personally like to decide what doesn't serve me first. That way that's in a bubble, and then I can decide what serves me best in different areas of my life in a separate section. So this is a quote. Respect yourself enough to walk away from anything that no longer serves you, grows you, or makes you happy. And that sums everything I just said up perfectly. If it does not serve you, it's not making you grow, and it's not making you happy. If the girl you're following on social media that you keep comparing yourself is in no way providing growth for you in your life, and in no way bringing joy, making you laugh on social media, making you feel a certain way, she's not serving you, friend. Like, sorry, that's the truth. If the toxic people at work that you continue to sit with at lunch are not helping you grow and are not making you happy and making you laugh and make you have positive, joyous feelings, why are you sitting with them at lunch? Change your table, eating your office, in your cubicle, I don't know. So you have to think about it. Are these things making you grow and making you happy? And ultimately, those are the things that are serving you. And if they're not serving you. End of story. So what serves you? That's what I want you to think about. What serves you? Is it making you grow? And is it making you happy? Because you are either growing or you're dying. Quote Rachel and Dave Hollis. That is so important. You're either growing or you're dying. So are you going to grow? Are you going to do the things and focus on the things that serve you and are going to get you to the next destination? Or are you going to just stay in the things that don't serve you, which leads to no growth and unhappiness? And on that note, bring the coffee cup back. So I have like, that was the inspiring Cassidy talking, and then this is like the producer talking, telling me, include the cup now. Thank you to my friend Emma. And that is really all I have today. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I hope this served you in some capacity.